The best way to get better at programming is to practice. And in this example, we're going to build off of a previous example where we printed out a person's name. We passed in the first name and the last name, but we printed out as last, comma, first. But what happens if the person only has one name? Well, we're going to show you how to handle that with function overloading. As always, this starter sample file is available for download using a link in the description below. We'll pause for a couple seconds, let you download it, then we can go ahead and get started. All right, let's get started. So I have this example here, and if I say, so if I wanted to print a name, for example, print name Bruce and Wayne, this is going to print out Wayne, comma, Bruce, just as we expect. However, if I say print name Batman, this is now going to show us an error. In fact, this is giving us a syntax error. If I hover over the little error, it's going to say there's too few arguments to this function call. And this is where function overloading comes into place. It allows us to write an additional function which takes either a different number or different type of parameters. So you'll notice that our return type must be the same for our overloaded functions, and we must have a different number and or type of parameters. So I cannot use the same number and type of parameters and have those be equal. Just try to say, oh, this is a different one. C++ couldn't figure out what that is. So in this example, we need to create a print name that's going to only have a single string. So I'm going to create a prototype that just has a single string that's like this. Now, we haven't created the function yet, so we still have to do that. So I'm going to come down here, void print name. And in this case, I'm just going to call it name. I could call it first as well if I wanted to, doesn't matter. And I'm going to say cout name and L. So notice that what I'm doing inside of my function is tweaked. It's a little bit different based upon how I'm getting my parameters. And this is going to be true for no matter what situation you do. Now if I run this, it's going to print out Wayne, comma, Bruce, and then it's going to print out Batman, which is exactly what you would expect from this based upon our code. So the function overloading works really good if we have a situation or situations where we're going to have different numbers and or types of parameters passed to our function. As a reminder, your function name has to be identical, as does your return type. Otherwise, it's just like writing another function. Hopefully this helped you with learning how to do overloading of functions. If it did, please consider giving the video a like and look at other videos in this series about how to get better at programming with C and C++.